Welcome to the new Workology Go Podcast. In just under 5 minutes, we'll get you the HR and workplace news you need before you start your day 2 times a week. Get ready, get set, and go with the new Workology Go Podcast.
Here are today's HR and workplace news headlines from the Workology Go Podcast. I'm Jessica Miller-Merrill. This podcast is sponsored by HSA Bank. Have you ever been in a funk where everything that comes out of your mouth is a complaint? Or ever had to stop a manager who kept coming by your office and saying all the negative things? Research shows that most people complain once a minute and during a typical conversation. You can probably think of someone you know in your life who does this. Complaining is tempting because it feels good, but like many other things that are enjoyable, it's not a healthy habit. Complaining creates stress. Repeated complaining also rewires your brain to make future complaining more likely. Over time, it's easy for you or that person to be negative than to be positive, regardless of what's happening around you. Complaining becomes your default behavior, which changes how people perceive you. It's like shame or a negativity spiral. A 2016 article from Entrepreneur magazine talks about how negativity impacts the brain and what we can do about it. I've thought a lot about this lately as I've had a couple people that I've had to remove from my life a little bit or take a break from that just seem to be really negative. Over the years, I've done a lot of personal work in this area, and one of the things that works for me is having a daily positive affirmation when I feel myself shifting towards the negative side of things. As I mentioned, negativity causes stress, which has a host of personal and professional implications. Dr. Cynthia Ackrell shares the impact of stress on you as an individual and in the workplace. Our featured story from Entrepreneur is titled, How Complaining Rewires Your Brain for Negativity. The key to getting yourself or others out of the negativity spiral is gratitude. Positive thinking and gratitude reduces the stress hormone cortisol by 23%. Research conducted at the University of California, Davis, found that people who worked daily to cultivate an attitude of gratitude experienced improved mood and energy and substantially less anxiety due to lower cortisol levels.
With health savings accounts, flexible spending accounts, health reimbursement arrangements, COBRA, and commuter benefits, HSA Bank is simplifying the health account experience for over 35,000 employers and 2.7 million members alike, inspiring everyone to own their health. Learn more at hsabank.com.
And that's this episode of the Workology Go Podcast, sponsored by HSA Bank. We're your go-to for HR and workplace news. I'm Jessica Miller-Merrill. Thanks for listening.
To learn more about the Workology Go Podcast, subscribe to us on Apple, Google, and Stitcher. Our podcast is also available on Alexa and Google Home. Learn more at workology.com/Go Podcast and access this episode's resources, links, and reports for more information.